our garden. My name's Bobby Rodriguez, and I just wanted to go over what is ready and what's not so that you guys can enjoy what we've been growing. So the first thing is these are some grapes, and we look like we've cut them back really intensely, but I promise it's for their own good. The grapes will be ready in about a month or so, but you can see the little grape pieces on here. They're starting to, little grape clusters are starting to grow. And that first 3 rows are all grapes, and then you have some blackberries which will be ready in about a month. And we also have a row of onions, and the best thing to see on the onions if they're ready is this: if you see a bulb at the bottom of the greenery, and so you can just pull one of these and you're ready to go with an onion. If you are into cilantro, we're probably a little bit late on it, but you can still get some of the new growth and eat it. It's still really tasty. Be careful right around the front here. We've got some habanero peppers that I just sort of randomly put in the ground in the front, so those will be really tasty here in a month or so. We have some kale, which is starting to really take off, and you can see those are there. I'll be planting some new kale next week. And then some Brussels sprouts, which look really good and are starting to get their little sprouts. It'll be a little while before those guys are ready. We've got some more garlic on the other side of the 2 rows of cilantro here.
You want to show them how to do a kale?
Yeah, that's a great question. So kale, let's go over to that big one over there. When the kale is ready, all you have to do is break it off right at the base of the stem. So we have these giant kale leaves, and if they have holes in them, they're still completely edible. Yet here at the bottom, you just want to take it and hold the stem and pull down on it, and it'll leave just this little tiny bit right here that you can kind of rip off, and then it turns into looking kind of like a palm tree. And then you've got a nice piece of kale that you can strip the center out of, put it into your smoothies, or if you strip the center out of it, you can saute it for a little while, and it's really tasty. Smoothies, you can take the centerpiece and all, no big deal. If you have a really nice Vitamix blender or something, that'll make that go really well. We have a ton of peas right now, so you can see they're sugar snap peas, and you can take them and eat them right off the plant, and they're so delicious. And you can just come and they can either get them when they're really big and pop the peas out, or put them in a salad raw, mix them into a stir fry. They're really, really tasty. And we need to start eating some of this lettuce. So all of this lettuce is growing really well. And the way that we harvest the lettuce is by just a few leaves at a time. So just like with the kale, pop off the ends, take it and take it home, run it through a salad spinner, get the dirt off of it, and it'll be awesome. The spinach has gone to seed, so we're kind of out of our spinach time, but that's okay. Next year we'll have plenty more. In the fall we'll have plenty more. This is arugula that's all starting to go to seed. As you can see, the plants here, even the white little petals are delicious. But these are still edible. Really nice job, Miller. Really spicy, but delicious. And so get as much of this as you can while it's getting still good. We've got some rows here that didn't do very well. We're gonna plant some tomatoes in here, some more kale. We'll have some squash coming. These are rows of carrots, which need about another month, and then we can start to really get through them. As soon as this row of garlic, this first row here, is dead, when the green dies back, we know that the garlic bulbs are ready, but we would have pulled those out pretty soon. Another row of onions, which will be ready in a month or so. And then we've got some really cool stuff over here. Kind of a bed of carrots, which will be ready in another month. This is einkorn wheat, which will be, we're going to harvest the wheat and then put a bigger patch of it together next year and hopefully be able to maybe make some bread out of it. This Swiss chard is just like, for cooking it works just like spinach or any other leafy green. When you want to harvest it, just like all the others, you grab it from the base and break a piece off, and that is delicious in a stir fry. The rest of what we got here is just stuff that's long term, like our peach trees and strawberries, which are growing but not too quickly. The blueberries are kind of struggling, but we'll get there eventually. The bok choy has gone to seed. It's probably no longer edible, but we will get some more of that in the fall. All right, if you have any questions, just write them on the nextdoor.com site, and I'll see if I can answer it for you. But come on out and get all that you want.